Salam alaikum and welcome back to the Ottoman campaign in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. So, we got some French ships heading through here, so we might get a battle with those. That's one singular battlecruiser and a... Well, I almost said small task force, but that's actually a lot of ships. Most of them light cruisers though, so it kind of depends on what kind of light cruisers they are. If they're the kind of old ones, then that shouldn't be much of a problem. This task force will be heading into the Mediterranean, but the French have blocked the strait with a single destroyer, so it's actually moving out. But I still cannot actually issue a move order into the Mediterranean as long as it's there. And this is blocked off by a huge task force of 8 battleships. So we can't go through there either. So we're going to have to clear our way to get back into the Mediterranean. Luckily, they cannot get in or out, because I control both the Suez Canal and the Strait of Gibraltar. They have a lot of ships here though, so we might see battle with these task forces as well, maybe, if they try to interrupt my naval invasion of northern Algeria. Once this is done, I will be trying to invade Thailand, because look at all that income. 12.3 billion. That is, it's not their most valuable province, but in terms of value versus how easy it would be to invade, that kind of puts it high on my list. So how is France doing? They still got a pretty big navy. Not as big as it was, because they scrapped that entire huge task force filled with probably very obsolete ships. They had a revolution, of course, but that didn't really change things a lot. So, and which ships do I have here invading Wales? Some really old ones, mostly. Yeah, mostly old ones. Just what I could scrounge together of tonnage to get it done. Anyway, onwards to 1931. And I will not be allying with Japan, Soviet Union, United States, or Germany. We are being struck. Taking a bunch of new territory from the Brits, so none of these ports are defended yet. The Chevalier Pole Clause, 234 million. Oh yeah, it's those things. Even if I had one of my cheap port defense destroyers there, it wouldn't really change things that much. France is losing a lot more transports than I am, so that is good. Taking Nepal. Okay, we can get in. The destroyer has left. Let's see if we can start an invasion of southern Spain. This light cruiser. I'm actually just going to move it down to Cape Town. Just because Cape Town is in a place where ships just passing by might actually just end up getting port strikes on it. any more that I can send down there. I got the old light cruisers. They might be taking Burma from me as well. Okay, here's that invasion. It does not require much. Three months left of my badly timed refit. Yeah, things are looking good. No battles though this turn. That's surprising. We got one more ongoing invasion of Britain. 95%. It has dropped. Not by much, but by a little bit. Let's just send one. Let's send two more ships into the circle. Strike Plymouth while you were there. Just to be sure that I get it. It would be kind of sad to fail a 95% chance to succeed. Meanwhile, the army is gobbling up territory all over Africa because Britain still has an army logistics of, I think, only 2%. Yeah. So they're not really fighting back. I'm getting my extremely large guns very soon, rangefinders, and just over a year, that will be Radar 1, which is very, very useful. And torpedoes keep improving. And we are getting new hulls. Alright, let's see about starting that invasion of Spain. Before I forget. Southern Spain, 286,000 tons. Okay. Do I have that? 155. 185. If I combine them, I should have enough. But I don't quite have enough right now. Where, like, can I invade while I'm here? Western Sahara? Because I have to wait until this one is done before I can do the southern Spain invasion. Otherwise, it's just gonna fail. Western Sahara, 20,000 tons. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I can assemble some ships to do that. Matter of fact, once these are done, invading Wales, I can send some of them down here to take Western Sahara. That's no problem. Right. Now let's see if we get any battles. It's kind of up to France, because all my ships are busy doing naval invasions. So, let's see if they send anything to interrupt me. Yeah, here we go. Battles, ambush, convoy. Large encounter. Enemy is eager to fight us with a strong fleet. Leonard class battleship. 21 knots. 6 15.8s. And we got some of these light cruisers and destroyers. These are not their top of the class destroyers by the looks of things. I got one of the modern Ivy class heavy cruisers. 2 Bayezid seconds. And this thing, okay, yeah. That's the other old armored cruiser. 2 TB-94s though. So I'll have to rely on those to sink that battleship, I think. Maybe. We'll see what kind of battleship it is. We're gonna take the fight though. Alright, just because it's not really a favorable battle doesn't mean I'm gonna run away. Let's see, you are the fast modern one. You are the old, kind of disposable ones. Tunka. Light cruiser with... What kind of torpedoes do you have? 13.6 kilometers, 24 inch. So, not oxygen torps. This thing, the Corvette. 17 kilometer torps. So they got the oxygens. I'm gonna have these just run circles down here until I've cleared away the enemy light cruisers and destroyers, giving them a better chance of actually closing in with the battleship. Which I think they should be capable of. It is presumably not a very modern battleship. It only had a top speed of 21 knots. It looked kind of old and dreadnoughty. Yeah. The K-25 is actually more expensive than the torpedo boats. And it's more like gun battle focused. As a torpedo delivery device, it is, I'm pretty sure, inferior to the TB-94s. Here we are. Oh, what kind of... What? I mean, the French and their forward-facing turret layouts. But I don't think I've seen this before. Very odd-looking duck. Yeah, you're not very good. Mark II's not great range. What kind of anti-torp 3? I mean... Could we take it with the 11s? $12.9 at plus 77. Yes. We'd have to get close though. Turn that back up to like 150-ish. Okay, so the actual threat here is the destroyer and light cruiser screen. Not so much the battleship. Probably. Although if I just ignore it and let it get close, I'm pretty sure it's gonna chew me up quite bad. Got a lot of 7-inch secondaries in the casemates. And of course those big 15s, while kind of old, they're gonna do a number on my cruisers. If I just let it hit me. What about these destroyers? 8.5 kilometer, minus 70 electric torpedoes, 22-inch. Not that old. If these torpedoes might score some hits. Oh, they're looking good. They are on target, at least. Yeah, we're gonna get one on the cruiser. 2, actually. I thought that was only 1, but it was 2. And we're gonna get some on the battleship. No, we're not. They missed. Darn it. So close. The 2 torps on the cruiser, that was not bad. Did launch and in return. Let's turn those off so we don't have accidents. Huge hits on the leading destroyer. That is good, but it did make it into torpedo range. Yeah, you have launched. Bring in my torpedo boats. They've hit their own ships with torpedoes. I mean, thanks for the heads up that the torpedoes are closing in. I'm gonna have a hard time spotting those torpedoes because they are electric. Poignard is reloading. Not a threat just yet. Whoa! Yeah. I thought they would be heading more like this direction. That was unfortunate. That means this has to be repaired. I basically have to suspend all ship construction for a couple months. We're too close to that limit. Turn their guns off, but they're probably gonna be spotted anyway. Even through the smoke. At least their destroyer screen is not screening. I'm gonna see if we can get closer before launching. There we go. And one more volley from Dash 11. Gonna seal the fate of Galois. Mameluke took some torpedoes from their own light cruiser. So that was the French battleship dealt with. Possibly at the cost of one light cruiser. One destroyer. Torpedo boat! Third time's the charm. But that's not a bad trade. On board. Ively can deal with you. Pretty sure. Yeah, Dash 13 will probably sink from that. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Ivy League has to be careful because Jean Bart has torpedoes on the other side as well. Let's just divide your fire like this. Yeah, you launched. Let's speed up, I believe. Okay, you launched at my torpedo boat. If I could just fix that rudder, it'll make things easier. There we go. John Barr is taking big hits from the 9.5s. Yeah, we're getting her. Yeah. Gonna go down. They keep torpedoing their own sinking battleship. I'm sure the the survivors appreciate that as they try to evacuate. Saint has launched, presumably at Ivalik, which is in a turn, so hopefully that'll go well. Stupidly survivable destroyers, despite having few bulkheads. So like that. It does seem like Dash 13 will make it out alive. .17 knot cruising speed. Really? Yeah, I got gear turbine 1. When the rudder is damaged like that, it's nice. Typically better to just continue the turn than to try and reverse the rudder. But I will try to straighten out though and sail more this way. Get closer to the last destroyer and the light cruiser. There we go, all the guns are finally hitting stuff and doing damage. And Isley is becoming the Wasley. Are you gonna flood some more? Yeah, there we go. 6.4. Gone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those torpedoes got destroyed, not that she just ran out and launched at Ivalik, but just in case. I will adjust course a little bit. No ammo, no torpedoes. Gone. Right. Torpedo boats took some damage, but they did their job. And of course, Ivalik took that torpedo, but that should be repaired in short order. Overall, a pretty good victory. This is a very weird looking battleship. A very AI design. Now, let's see. Okay, strike. I'll do that one first. 6 transports lost. A lot more for France. That's good. I have gained control of Wales. That is also good. Are we going to fight them here? I think we might. I'm going to send my light cruisers back to their ports. Oh, you're an old one. You could probably just be better off. Oh yeah. You're going to go down here to that invasion. The task force. Let's see, we got a mix of old and new. I'm just gonna send you all here. Except for the more newer ships. That will go here, like the Girtep. These two. The Gurmech. These EB98s. I'm not sure. They haven't gotten the refit with the better torpedoes and whatnot, so I'm just gonna let them move on to Gaeta. Because that task force is joining up with this task force. And we got better destroyers, torpedo boats, and destroyers here. How about these ones? Do they join in? Maybe. Oh yeah, no, wait, what am I doing? These old ones, of course. They were going down here. That's their job. Taking Western Sahara. And the army is doing all kinds of stuff down here in Africa, which is, you know, on the one hand, nice. But on the other, I'm gonna gain a lot of unrest every time they take a region, so hopefully I can just sink some French ships to make up from that. Let's move you into striking range of Singapore itself. Two months left. With my badly timed refit. Right, we got a convoy battle and an ambush battle. We are being ambushed. By a lot of destroyers. All Koski class. Right. They're only 28 knot destroyers though, but the old long name heavy cruiser is only going at 21 knots. So it will potentially struggle here. Let's see if we can keep it alive and also sink a bunch of these things. As you can see, the old armored cruiser and the light cruiser are clearly of different generations. That said, this thing could also need a refit. It's only got Mark III guns. You could give it Mark IVs. And better Citadel, and better this, and better that, and so forth. Okay, we're starting kind of close. What kind of torps are we dealing with today? Electrics. Yeah, these are the same that was in the last battle. I got some presents for you as well. Here you go. I don't want them to, like, not be where my torpedoes will be. But so far it's looking good. I think I might get some hits out of this. Not guaranteed, but it would be nice if that would happen. Yeah, no. Yes, actually. One. Just the one. It's better than nothing. Very Italian looking, this cruiser. Which is nice. Italian ships are very attractive looking. Mameluke. Target one each. Let's see, who have you targeted? The armored cruiser. Of course, the light cruiser would probably be too fast for it. Yeah. The Merrick is faster than the enemy torpedoes. I'm going to throw you into a hard turn. probably not gonna hit much while in that turn. That's fine. See, your cruising speed is 14 knots. I mean, you're already slow, so why not just make you slower? Maybe gain some accuracy. No, like that. That's better. So far, haven't really seen that much really impressive in terms of ship design from the French Navy. I've seen some ships that are not bad. And some stuff that was kind of outdated. And some stuff that was technically not outdated. Let's focus the ones that still have torpedoes aboard. There we go. Getting those intercepting hits. Volta, you're kind of damaged. Okay, I guess you do need some speed because the enemy is just running away from you. Good. Let's hope the old cruiser can handle those two without eating a bunch of torpedoes and getting sunk. Speaking of eating torpedoes. The Merrick has gotten close to the enemy. And they have launched. It would be nice if I could, like, make them launch torps at their own ships. Make them do some of my work for me. Actually, like that, like this. Bambara and Fox, not really threats at the moment. But they are in secondary range though, so why not? Almost got my torpedoes back. Might as well launch. I don't think they're gonna hit much. Yeah, no. Nothing. But it's good that I launched them, or they would have just gotten destroyed now. Let's see, what kind of modifiers are messing with my accuracy? Ship size. And smoke. Mainly ship size. Even at 2,500 tons. These destroyers are too small to hit. And the HE is running out. For the main guns. I could set them to save, but it's not going to make a big difference. But there we go, the smoke is finally out. I thought I had my secondaries already targeting the Fox, but I guess that was still the torpedoes. Doing like 20 knots. Same as my armored cruiser. That's fine. I'm gonna slow you down to a bit of cruising speed. Not the optimum cruising speed, but better than nothing. I mean, we are scoring hits, they're just not doing much. How about AP? Same with the secondaries, they can definitely fire AP. A better chance of actually going through that armor. Which is 1 on the main belt. There we go. They keep destroying my torpedoes that are no longer there. leading to a bit of crew loss, but what's going on here? You are now hiding in smoke. My cruiser can't see you. Oh, you're launching torpedoes. This is when I should have had torpedoes, but if I held on to them until now, they would have just gotten destroyed in the meantime, as you can see. I'm just gonna have you disengage. And they're launching torpedoes again, I think. So a splash here. I mean, I do have hydro, but versus electric torpedoes, and I don't think my torpedo spotting range is that good to begin with. Accuracy definitely leaving much to be desired. We'll see when we get those new light cruiser hulls if we can build something that is more suited for taking on destroyers. There we go. Getting good hits on folks. Can we sink it before leaving? I was just about to speed up and disengage and end the battle because not much was happening, but then we just scored some good hits on one of their destroyers. Are my guns jammed? No. They were just set to normal. Because the chance to hit was too low. There we go. Scoring some more good hits on Sriracha. Yeah, just gonna end it here. Not much was happening. Just not really good enough for this kind of job. But we also have that convoy battle. Ivalik class. That's a good one. And 2 of the TB-94s. Facing off against 2 Emile Bertin class light cruisers and 1 of these. That should be doable. Ooh, but the weather is not ideal. What kind of guns do my transports have? They got torpedoes. Alright. Very slow 19-inch electric torpedoes. Torpedo boats might get put to use here. Not sure. I think the Edramit will mostly have to carry this on our own. Should be capable of doing that. Good tower spotting, Mark 4 guns. And plus 21 from hull stability and tower. The light cruiser from the previous battle had minus 14. Or the same stat. Like plus 21 is not amazing, but it's not in the red. At least. They're hiding in their little smoke screens. As you are here with me. Minus 65. Scoring 1 good hit already from Edramit. How about this maybe? Enemy has launched. They have a destroyer out there somewhere too. It's here. This way. And the light cruiser pull out in front. And I'm gonna try and get some torpedoes in the water. There we go. Good penetrating hits with flooding. They are launching more torpedoes. Ah, there we go. My torpedoes struck home. And the Katinat probably gonna sink from that. Yes. Excellent. More flooding hits on Magon. Try and bring you in a little bit closer. There we go. Despite being in a turn, the other mid is capable of scoring some good hits. Fantasy has launched torpedoes. Lieutenant, what are you doing with your main guns? I did not tell you to switch. Secondaries are to target the destroyer. Great hits. And that's the second light cruiser down. Just the destroyer left. And the chance to hit here is, as you can see, quite a bit higher than it was in the previous battle. Now we can do things like that. A couple more hits like that and it's over. There you go. Nice. That was much nicer. I kind of want to build more of these. I just designed a new light cruiser, heavy cruiser a couple of episodes ago, but I like these. I think they look better. And sometimes that is reason enough. So that was it for so far in 1931. We might be getting a big one next time. As you can see, some big battleships and lots of cruisers and whatnot. I still have this huge task force down here, just sitting around, not really doing much. We did not get any battles here. They did not go through the Singapore Strait. They didn't scrap a bunch of ships this time, did they? No, I don't think so. What happened to that huge French task force that was heading in here? I don't know. Don't know where it went. Unless, of course, it's this one. Which it could be. Yeah, it is. Is it? I'm not sure. I'll have to check the recording because I've forgotten. I seem to remember I was looking at a task force with a bunch of battleships here. But might just have been this one. Anyway, we might fight it. Maybe not next turn. Or maybe, if they come and try and intercept my invasion here. We'll see. Goodbye, and take care.